In the dark recesses of time, a chilling tale unfolds. Imagine yourself in a bustling metropolis in the early 20th century. Suddenly the sky darkens, and thousands of people are enveloped in a thick, deadly fog. This is not a scene from a horror movie, but a real-life event known as the Great Smog of London in 1952. Our first stop takes us back to the year 1845. An entire expedition team, led by Sir John Franklin, mysteriously vanished while on a quest to discover the Northwest Passage. The only remnants of their existence, two eerily abandoned ships frozen in the Arctic ice. Fast forward to the year 1888 in the heart of London, where Jack the Ripper, the infamous serial killer, stalks the streets. His reign of terror left a city in dread and a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. In 1917, the sleepy town of Fatima, Portugal, bore witness to a strange spectacle. Three young shepherds reported visions of the Virgin Mary, culminating in the miracle of the sun, where thousands of spectators claimed to see the sun dance in the sky. Let's move to 1918, to the height of the Spanish flu pandemic. This deadly disease swept across the globe, indiscriminately claiming the lives of tens of millions of people, a horror that we've seen echoed in recent times. In 1932, in the depths of the Great Depression, thousands of World War I veterans marched to Washington, D.C., demanding their promised compensation. The response they received was a brutal force from the U.S. Army, a dark event known as the Bonus Army March. In 1944, the Hartford Circus fire turned a day of fun into a nightmare. A big top tent caught fire, trapping and killing scores of spectators, many of them children. The cause of the fire remains a mystery. In 1962, the world teetered on the brink of nuclear war during the Cuban Missile Crisis. For 13 nerve-wracking days, the world held its breath, waiting to see if the United States and the Soviet Union would unleash their nuclear arsenals. In 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster unfolded, releasing a radioactive cloud over Europe. This event remains one of the most catastrophic nuclear accidents in history. In the late 90s, the Heaven's Gate cult committed mass suicide, believing that they would ascend to an extraterrestrial spaceship following the Hale-Bopp comet. This tragic event shook the world and remains one of the most chilling tales of cult influence. In the early hours of September 11, 2001, the world watched in horror as the Twin Towers fell, marking a dark day in modern history. Finally, in 2004, the Indian Ocean tsunami, one of the deadliest natural disasters in history, claimed the lives of over 200,000 people across 14 countries. These real-life horrors serve as stark reminders of our mortality and the unpredictability of life. They remind us that horror is not confined to the silver screen, but can manifest in the most ordinary of places. The chilling tales of our past continue to haunt us, serving as grim reminders of our vulnerability in the face of nature's fury, human cruelty, and unforeseen disasters. From the chilling tale of the Great Smog of London to the horror of the Indian Ocean tsunami, these events show us that life can sometimes become scarier than the most terrifying horror movie. They remind us of the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity and the lessons learned from our past, which guide us in navigating our future. Our journey through some of the most terrifying events in history concludes here. But remember, the chill you feel down your spine is a testament to the fact that sometimes truth can be stranger and scarier than fiction.